My name is W.R. Benton. I'm an Amazon best-selling author and an award winner. I'd like to discuss with you for just a little bit about my series, Fall of America. Fall of America is something that concerns me, and not only just the book, but also current politics. I'm not going to get into politics, Democrat versus Republican and all that. That's not my place. What I am doing, though, is going to tell you that I see some problems facing our nation. My primary concern is economical, and I see some problems with morality. I see some problems with lack of family values. I see a lot of social issues. And I think this is eventually going to cause the collapse of this country. We're borrowing money we can't pay back. We're trillions and trillions of dollars in debt. Who's paying us? Why was it borrowed to start with? What's going to happen, when we're unable to pay them? Well, in my series, Fall of America, what I've done is I've tried to show where we default on our loans, president's caught up in a sexual scandal, and the country just goes to hell after that. Everything collapses. Our financial system has just collapsed. Folks are no longer getting food delivered in stores because truckers aren't being paid. When the federal government goes, so does the police, the military, EMT, the hospitals. Everybody stops. Over a short period of time, water, power, other utilities stop being picked up or delivered. Trash piles up on the street curbs. With no pharmacies, our ill and our elderly begin to die. They can no longer get the drugs they need to keep them alive. Think about that for a moment. It's a very, very real possibility. Now, I believe in this nation fully. I respect it. I'm honored to be an American, but I'm not always proud of what's taking place around me, especially in politics. So this book triggered my thoughts. And the first book was just a phenomenal seller. It went on and just for a long time was in the top 10. Then the other two have done well too, and the fourth one I'm working on this afternoon as soon as I finish this. So there'll be 4 in this series. I'm actually expanding, or hoping I should say, to be able to expand this to 10 books. So we're about halfway. The series starts with, obviously, right after the fall. No services. Things are chaotic. People are joining in tribes to protect their families and loved ones. Murders, rape, they're commonplace. Nobody even thinks about them anymore. It's gotten to the point that Americans have reverted back to their basic instincts. We've become animals. The only thing that's important is survival. And that is, of course, the fittest will survive. Now, I invite you to read this series. What I'm hoping to do is not only make you think a little bit and provide some good entertainment with a lot of action, but to also make you appreciate what we have right now today. Make you understand that we are very lucky to be Americans. This series has done, as I said a few minutes ago, very well. And I think as it progresses in a series, I'll have America come back together. How I'm going to do that yet, I have no idea. I'm still about, not even at the halfway point in the series. But that will happen, I'm hoping, that it will come back together. In the series, we're invaded by Russia because we default on our loans, unable to pay. They say, okay, look, we had a deal, you owe me money, you can't pay, we're going to come and take your land. Of course, when the Russians invade, all the political differences, all of our differences, period, disappear. once again America becomes a land filled with Americans with no concerns about a political party, no concerns about your sexual choice or orientation, no concerns about your religion, but the key concern is the survival of the nation. So we band together in little packs at first and offer resistance against the Russians. Then we grow into larger packs. We're more systematic, we're more organized, we inflict more damage at that point. And finally, in book 4, we're going to almost, but not quite, be formed into armies. So as the series progresses, so does the fighting ability, the capability, and the damage capability of each particular cell within the partisans. I invite you to read Fall of America. I think you'll enjoy it. I've had some really good reviews, and I've had some nasty reviews, but you have to kind of blow those off. But read it. You can find it on Amazon. They're in paperback, the first 3 books, or you can get any of them on Kindle. Just go to Amazon.com, type in my name, as you see down there in red, or W.R. Benton, and it'll pop up. I promise you, I'm an author of about 30 books, so look at what you want to look at and make other selections if you're interested. I write primarily westerns, sci-fi, apocalyptic type stuff, or young adults. But I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you today and ask you to please be safe, take care, and vote.